Hello and welcome. You're watching One India News. I'm Amrita Das. Chandrayaan-3 was successfully lifted off from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota today. To discuss the successful launch of the mission, we have a renowned Indian space scientist and former ISRO chairman G. Madhavan Nair with us. Hello sir, welcome to our channel.
Thank you. I'm happy to join you.
So sir, just tell us how do you feel about this launch?
Chandrayaan-3 is a very important mission in the progression of the India's space history. As you know, Chandrayaan-2 we had about 4 years back. There was an attempt to land on the surface of the moon, but unfortunately, last minute there was a glitch, and about 2 kilometers above the surface, the spacecraft has dropped down to the moon. That way, we lost the experiment. But this time, all the possible reasons for such failures have been identified. ISRO has toiled day and night for several years and corrected the landing mechanism, the rocket motors, the what do you call the computer software, and also the sensors, which is required for the autonomous landing. And everything is done to the best ability of the ISRO scientists. The liftoff was fantastic, and as in the past of the GSLV Mark III, this also has done precisely the job. It has taken the Chandrayaan 3 to the Earth's orbit, and now the journey is starting.
Like you said that the Chandrayaan-3 is through the Earth's orbit. So what is the next crucial phase that we should be looking out for?
There are every day is going to be eventful because first we are in something like 36,000 kilometers above the Earth. The orbit has to be raised. So, for firing the propulsion module, this orbit will be raised step by step, and then do the calibration of the trajectory and all those things. And ultimately, maybe fifth or sixth day, we'll be launching it towards the moon. Once it leaves the Earth's gravitational field, it will be traveling in outer space with a very high velocity, and it is shaped to go near the moon. As it approaches the moon, the controls have been effectively implemented so that the moon captures the space, the entire module, and put orbit around the moon. Then again, the lot of calibration and other communication experiments will be done, and maybe by August 23rd or so, the soft landing operations will be initiated. There actually the lander with the rover will be detached from the mother craft, and there will be rocket motors will be fired in such a way it will be landing towards the moon. But this operation is very complex. Every instant, the velocity and orientation has to be precisely controlled using rocket engines autonomously using the onboard computers and the sensors, set of sensors which is there and so on. So this operation is very crucial, and that is what is scheduled at the end of this month.
In layman's term, can you just explain to us what went wrong last time with Chandrayaan-2?
I think they have fairly good idea. It is maybe number of factors would have contributed to that. The thruster configuration which was used, it had some disturbances and anomalies. Then the error bands went beyond the limits. Then the algorithm, the software which is developed for it, was not adequate to handle such deviation, and so on. So it could be multiple reasons put together. So what I understand is ISRO has done a thorough job. They revisited every hardware, every software, and also the redundancy management. In case something doesn't work properly, how to see a parallel system is initiated to ensure the final success of the mission. So that way, whatever possible and whatever understood has been corrected, and there is a reasonably good expectation that this mission will be a 100% success.
The current ISRO chairman S. Somnath said that Chandrayaan-3's approach is based on a failure-based design. So can you just elaborate to us that what exactly that means?
I have not heard his statement fully, but what it meant is, of course, in the first mission itself, the rise in the orbit, going to the moon, and having the orbiter around, orbiter is still functioning, and that's the one which is going to be used to relay the data. And the operations until about 2 kilometers above the surface of the moon were perfect. So to that extent, last mission was maybe 90 or 95% successful. But the incremental part of that is what we are looking forward in this. But that alone is not the thing. The entire events we starting from today onwards is very critical, and every step has to go perfectly all right. Then we have the final goal achieved.
What are the experiments that will be conducted on the lunar surface?
Well, of course, rover will land there, and the lander also has got certain set of instruments that will be looking for seismic activities on the lunar surface, and also the trace gases which are around, and so on. The rover will move around, collect samples, do the chemical analysis, and send the results, and also the temperature profile of surface as well as the slightly below the surface, and again look for the water, presence of water, helium-3, and so on. So this is going to be the exploration which will be lasting for about 15 days or so, and elaborate plans have been drawn up for that purpose.
The data gathered from the experiments, how do you think that it will affect the Indian scientific community?
Well, this data is very valuable for the scientific community in many respects. One thing is this is going to the southern pole, where, of course, earlier itself we have confirmed that there is water. Then the second thing is this region is not having any solar heavy radiation from the sun, and it is almost in the virgin state. So the origin of the moon and the planet Earth, etc., a lot of inputs we may be able to gather out of this.
If the mission succeeds, and we all truly hope that it does, India will become the fourth such nation to make a soft landing on moon's surface after Russia, US and China. So what do you think are our chances here?
Once we do a proper engineering and do a thorough testing, etc., the chances of success are high. So whatever required for this has been done by ISRO, and I believe that this mission will be a 100% success.
So sir, before we let you go, any last message for your ISRO team?
Well, ISRO has been steadily progressing and is a very major important milestone, and they have made a good start in accomplishing this mission. And certainly, the ISRO team need to be complimented. They have worked hard day and night to achieve this goal, and they have done a thorough job. And I wish all success for the Chandrayaan-3 mission.
So that was all from G. Madhavan Nair. We all do hope that the mission sees its success on the lunar surface. Thank you everybody for watching One India News.